Welcome to Who You Callin' Bruh.
A podcast about faith, family, and fun.
My name is Jay,
And I'm his daughter, Anna.
and today we have a very special guest.
Yay!
Hello, my name is Andrew Beerley. I am the brother of Anna, and I'm the son of Dad, or Jay.
That's facts.
Perfect. I love it. He just gives all the information.
I know, like, we didn't need to say anything.
I'm not sure. Well, that's definitely getting edited out.
Okay, so we thought you needed to meet Andrew, and what better way for Andrew to unveil his many thoughts than to talk about today's topic, conspiracy theories.
Hey!
So I pretty much, when I told them I left it wide open, just said, we're going to talk about the conspiracy theories that you find interesting.
This was a lie.
It was a lie? How was it a lie?
I'm lying, or the conspiracy theories are a lie?
He didn't leave us. He told us like, yeah, cut that right out.
it's fine.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay. Are you saying I tricked you? Basically, you're just trying to say I tricked you into being on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay. You could just say that. That's fine. Okay. So, Andrew, Anna, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. First of all, Anna, do we have any kind of shout outs or anything we need to be doing? Are you okay over there?
Yeah. Shout outs. Our live audience right now is Brecken and Mother.
That's right. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out.
And my really dirty office. Oh, yeah. And by the way, day 10 of our dumb air conditioner being out up here. So we apologize. It's really hot.
And also shout out to people crazy enough to make up conspiracy theories in the first place.
Yes, thank
That's
you
a
for all
good
the
one.
entertainment.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
shout out to you guys. This one's for you. Okay. Although you might not like our opinions about your conspiracy theories, but
Suck it up.
that's right. There's it's a violent Anna coming out, but that's okay.
Hey.
I'm scared of her.
That's all right.
That's right. Okay, so first of all, I think we need a definition of what a conspiracy theory is versus, what we might talk. I'll just take care of it real quick.
Thanks. Because I don't know.
Anna, you want to? No. So basically, it's the idea of a collective opinion about something that would be against the way that people normally think about it. So, what should we
I
go?
disagree. I feel like that's a bad definition. I feel like a conspiracy theory is something that is up for debate and there's no real answer of like true or false. Like there's a probable answer, but I feel like it's kind of an up for debate thing.
Hey, remember the moon landing is fake conspiracy theory?
Okay, that was going to be my example. That's a great one. So let's use that as an example.
All right.
Okay. So the conspiracy theory is that the moon landing was faked, right, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay.
Stupid.
I would say the common understanding of that is not it's not up for debate. It's not something to where you can say, oh, well, maybe what, you know what I'm saying? So like typically it's like, oh, well, the moon landing happened, but then there's a group of people that say, no, it didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's typically the crazier.
My conspiracy theories are a little different. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yours might be legitimate things.
Well, yeah.
We'll cover the gamut. I think Brecken almost died in
I
the
know. I
audience.
just heard the fee fi fo fum, bro.
Okay, so let's start with the conspiracy. So actually, I did have one listener feedback. This is from Miss Jenny. Honestly,
Miss Jenny.
I know, holler. And so she also mentioned the moon landing thing. She said she doesn't believe it happens when they said it happened.
Really? When?
That's correct.
Like when?
When does she think it happened?
I have no more information than what I just read you. I
All
did
right.
not follow up.
Miss Jenny calls.
So it's the equivalent of strolling into a random room, saying some crazy stuff, dropping the mic, and walking out without any further explanation.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking.
Miss Jenny's
Should we hear
gonna
that, Miss
feel
Jenny?
the wrath of Andrew here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna put that more in your face.
Wait.
Okay, so yeah, right. So the moon landing. I don't know what it is about it that
It's the flag.
it's
It's people don't believe they put a flag on the moon.
Why? What? That is the most
They just think it's
odd
silly.
detail to focus on.
right. So all the doctoring of the pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's cap.
Right. But what like it's interesting what inside of us causes us to be such skeptics, right? Where we are like trying to rip apart this thing. Is it because it was so fantastic that we were able as human beings to fly to the moon and land on it and then come back home?
I didn't think that far.
Granted, we didn't do anything else with the space. I don't like the Apollo missions were pretty much the last word in terms of human things, human outside of Earth's orbit.
Well, we are trying.
Hey,
Yeah.
I actually, in looking up some conspiracy theories, I saw that people said that like the last like recorded Apollo mission, people don't believe that was the last one. People believe that we went again.
They're still going
Yeah,
secretly.
Yeah, that nobody knows.
What, in search of a Nazi moon bases?
People also don't believe the moon is real. And like I looked up like the top like most common 20 conspiracy theories, and that was like 12.
Yeah, I think the theory is that it's a hologram. And I'm like, I've heard it before, and my thought process was always, I would almost want to believe that, simply because the amount of technology I would acquire is so, like, they think that it's not possible, like, it's not scientifically possible for the moon to be real. And so instead they made up this holographic moon thing, which would in itself require technology far beyond us.
Right.
And also be far beyond, like, because remember, other people have also seen the moon in the past, every human history. So this holographic
Andrew all fired
technology
up.
would have to basically be invented since humans began to exist. And
That's
then
right,
be
Andrew.
perpetuated to broadcast the image of this sphere in the night. Who does that and why?
Glad to know the moon is in fact real, everyone.
All right. Well, and it's interesting, Andrew, like one of the things that, like what perspective you just said is kind of, I think another interesting thing about conspiracy theories is because you might want them to be real, because it would be really cool or interesting or chaotic or whatever the reason you would want it to be real, right? That there's kind of motivations for people to
be the
believe
only one
something.
right.
My honestly, how I think of it is, why I can't really believe it is because the effort that it would take to have the conspiracy is so much greater than the official explanation. But you
Yeah.
have to wonder why it began. Like, for instance, and even if it doesn't, like, it's still like really stupid because of the it's still people behind it. Even
Yeah.
in this conspiracy theory. For instance, the theory that the Illuminati is in control of the New World Order theory.
The
Yeah.
airport. What
And I'm
airport
like,
is that?
Wow, if that's true, they suck at their job.
No, do you know what I'm talking about? The airport that people think that Illuminati's like has base in, and they've got like tunnels under.
No.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
What's that
That's
noise?
interesting.
I don't remember which airport it is, but this is a thing. I swear.
What's that noise?
It's the printer.
Wait, I have a
It's
list,
the
guys.
Illuminati.
I have a list
They're
of things I want to talk
eavesdropping.
about.
Okay, all right, so we can move on. So yes, so the moon landing is a great example of conspiracy theory. Obviously, it's very complex. Versus what you would call, are y'all familiar with the term Occam's razor?
Yes.
Okay, so Occam's razor basically says that the simplest explanation for something is probably true, right?
Yeah.
So that to make it overcomplicated is unnecessary. Okay. All right, so there we got just to make sure we hit them all. Let's go with some more. Do you want to
Okay.
share one?
Yes. Well, I've got a 4 big ones I want to hit. Okay.
Okay, well we'll take turns. All right, so
Okay,
you
okay,
go
yeah,
one,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Andrew can
Okay.
do one, then I'll do one.
So my first one is my favorite one, which is about what happened to DB Cooper, guys.
She is DB Cooper obsessed.
I am. It's actually a problem. So the story goes, okay, that he was on a plane. Don't tell me the year or anything like that. I knew it at one point. Okay, and he gave them a fake name of like Dan Cooper, but someone like interviewer misheard it, and now they call him DB Cooper. I don't know. Okay, so he's on this plane with his little briefcase, and he's like, tells the flight attendant, he passed her a note, and he's like, come sit next to me, right? And so he has a bomb that he shows her, and he's like, I'm gonna blow the plane up if you don't give me 4 parachutes and I don't remember how much money, a crap ton of money, like $200,000 in $20 bills, right? And she was like, okay, great. So then she goes and tells the captain whatever. So they land, get all the people off safely, and they give him all the stuff, and he's like, I want you to fly specifically over this part at this time, okay? And they do. And he takes the parachutes and the money, and he jumps out of the plane. Never saw his body, never saw him ever again. Like, the only thing they ever found was a few bills, like in like the site where he fell, like with the same serial numbers missing, but he's never to be seen again.
Whoa. So what happened to DB Cooper, Andrew?
My first thought is, why 4 parachutes?
I know that was weird, and he only took 2, I think. And he lost
so
his
he-
tie.
He's like carried one with him?
So he's a
don't know.
lazy plane hijacker.
All right.
Lazy. That sounds like
Not
a lot
too
of work
much
to
on
me.
DB Cooper now.
Well, not lazy so much, just very forgetful.
But I
can
think it was
sympathize.
purposeful. But everyone is just like, oh, well, no, he died. But he was so methodical about where he wanted them to be.
Well, it
And-
could have been just pure bad luck. Like, you can be methodical all you want. If you still hit a tree at the wrong angle, you're dead.
But they never found his body. They checked. They never found a body. They never found a parachute. All they found were
Maybe animals ate him.
and the parachute.
Well, apparently,
I mean, they're
turtles
animals.
turtles eat plastic stuff all the time. In fact, I
But
think
that
that's like
quickly-
the number
that
one
quickly, guys.
cause of death among
Straight up
turtles
turtles
now.
ate DB Cooper.
This is what
let's
I'm
spread
saying.
the news.
This is giving Amelia Earhart and the crabs, bro. Like I don't understand. Like no, like.
Have you seen what some animals eat?
But in that time, like they didn't wait 5 years and then go check. Like they checked basically when they landed. They sent people to go look.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it was a
mean,
very-
maybe the animals like put him away for later.
Oh my gosh, why are you all so
Snack
stupid? This is not how this works.
Maybe it was a very clever
trust me,
bear.
this is exactly how it works. I think people just throw out things and start going crazy on
Well,
them.
I don't know what I think happened.
So
here.
okay,
Maybe the bear was
DB
DB
Cooper's
Cooper.
a fun one. It's almost like what happened to this guy we don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like even a conspiracy against something else, although the common, if you will, is he's just dead. He jumped out of a plane, so he died. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
it's my
interesting.
favorite one. I do all my research projects on it.
Nice. Okay, Andrew, what is your favorite conspiracy theory, do you think?
Mine is actually more of a type. Basically, the idea of multiple conspiracy theories actually being true. In which case, the logistics are hilarious. I mean, imagine, like, you have simultaneously the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Lizard People, the aliens, and whoever else are all under control of the government at the same time. And I'm like, how does that work? Is that a timeshare going on? Is, like, the government, like, actually like... Are there so many people that have infiltrated the government that it's tragically become real just because everybody's too busy infiltrating each other?
I'm gagged. I'm no words.
Like, you have to wonder, how does that work?
The lizard people in particular.
Who are the lizard people?
Yeah.
Have y'all heard about that lady who freaked out about the lizard people on the plane? And then she later on tried to deny it.
She just said she was just on the plane and she was like, she was pointing and she was like, no, they're evil. Like she's like, they're gonna do something bad to this plane. They can't be on this plane. And then she like freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
There's
what-
people like who legitimately think that there are lizard people disguised as humans who are really lizard people.
Well,
And
she
they're in
doesn't
control of
think
the
they're
government most of the
lizards.
time.
She claimed to see people that nobody else saw.
Right. I'm just saying it's the typical trope of, whatever.
Well, that's not what happened.
Honestly,
Thank you.
I would love to be in this hypothetical reality and see what a meeting looks like in the highest echelons of government. Like,
Yeah, it's probably boring.
like this timeshare stuff, and like they also have to have like conflicting opinions. Actually, for that matter, what's the actual goal of any of these dudes? Like, what is the goal here? Like, you're in control of the government, big whoop. Now what? Is it just coast by until you can retire?
Okay.
I was thinking world domination.
Well, you're already in control of the world. Now what? What are you
That's
gonna do
true.
with it?
All right. Well, we'll do our
mean-
lizard people research. Okay. Thank you, Andrew, for sharing. We'll move on to other topics, but we can come back to lizard
If
people
we have time,
and
yeah.
general government infiltration
This can be.
later. Yeah, we'll see. Okay,
Might.
so my favorite one growing up was probably maybe the creme de la creme of conspiracy theories.
Is it gonna be?
It is JFK.
Yeah, of course it is.
Of course it's JFK. Who shot JFK? Typically,
Well, at this point, everyone shot JFK.
I mean, to some of Andrew's thing, the government is often involved in conspiracy theories, right? So the government has done something. They're hiding something. They did something they weren't supposed to do and
The
faked
trick
it.
is the government is hiding something. It's just usually it's a stupid thing instead of a. It's like it's instead of hiding like aliens are real. It's hiding that the government is corrupt, which is barely hiding at this point. But
Right. So what? So the JFK, in case somehow you don't know, is Was he killed by a lone gunman, one person acting on his own, which would just be the thing? Or by definition, if anyone else would be involved, that would be a conspiracy, right? So it's the theory that there had to have been multiple people
Did they ever
involved.
catch anyone?
What do you mean? Did they catch
like-
someone? Oh, the one person?
Yeah. So like, did this guy not just say like I was working with other people? And
I think he was.
I mean,
like-
he
I think
absolutely said that. He said, "I'm a patsy." He's like So here's what happened. Here's the problem. His name was Lee Harvey Oswald. He was caught. He's like, I'm a patsy. And then some guy walked in while the police were escorting him and shot him. So he never even made it to trial. He was dead. So like before you could get any more specific information from him, he was killed. See, right away, people are like, well, yeah. So
Interesting.
I would say this is the conspiracy theory I most likely believe in. I do believe that there was something else going on with that whole situation. Do you agree, Andrew, or no?
Well, now that I heard it, yeah, it does seem kind of suspicious. But my thinking is it was like mundane-ish. It was like political rivalry or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, so that's the thing is that the explanation that people will give is, basically pro-communism versus anti-communism. What?
sorry, Andrew, what did you just do?
What?
What did you just do?
I'm trying to get water off my bottle.
So you licked it?
Well, yeah. What else am I supposed to do?
Oh, I like it.
All right.
Nice. Do we need to call that out?
I'm sorry. Well, I really had to know. He just. I was
What
like,
do you
what?
think I would? What do you think? Why? What else was my motive?
That's my conspiracy. That's what was Andrew doing. Wait.
We are not making that a conspiracy. That is so stupid. Anyway,
So,
back
yeah.
on track. Back on track. JFK.
Yeah.
My thoughts on it.
Right.
Sorry, my thoughts on it are that honestly, like, it's another thing where you have to like get yourself and be like, so these conspiracies are real, and then how does that actually work?
Right.
So, for instance, all the conspiracy about JFK are real. Who shot him is now. It's still the same thing because now it's who shot him. It's just now instead of was it one person or conspiracy? It's now which conspiracy shot him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. So I will say
Or
here.
was it all of them? It's some weird comedy-esque, like, this guy was somehow simultaneously all very... just
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously,
That's that word.
this guy was a simultaneously agent of every single one of these conspiracies.
Yeah, well, I mean, because here's the problem with all conspiracies that involve human beings. So, honestly, the resurrection of Jesus would qualify under this. That there's all these theories about why he didn't actually resurrect, and that, that disciples are making it up, blah, blah, blah. JFK, whatever the case may be, the likelihood of a collective group of human beings keeping silent, not one person for money would go, yeah, I'll tell you exactly what happened. You know what I mean? The likelihood of that is pretty low, that people are going to talk, stop trolling us. All right, Andrew. All right.
Okay.
You gotta behave yourself on the podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
Can I share my next one?
Yes, please do.
Okay. This one, shout out to my cousin Mara, because she introduced me to this one, and I love her for it. Okay, are you ready? So, she brought to my attention that, first of all, I've never heard or seen a person buy a mattress ever in my life, okay? Like, I know it happens, but, like, it doesn't happen that often, right? Well, if you notice, mattress firms, okay, there's always 3 of them within, like, a, what mile radius would you say? Like, 1 mile radius, and they're in, like, a triangle formation, right? Always. Like, they're in a triangle formation in a 1 mile radius. One, why do you need that many close together? Nobody buys mattresses that often. And she pointed out when you go in one, there's never a worker. They always have to come from the back. There's never people in there. So we're thinking money laundering or gang or something. Like, what's going on with the mattress firm?
Money laundering at mattress stores.
Yeah.
If you have ever worked at a mattress store, please contact us. We need information.
Literally. Please share. Mara's going to be eager.
Now, I have to be the token crazy one here, or at least a person who will voice the crazy opinions that will inevitably be crawling out of the woodworks. It's probably demons or something. It's a demon ritual or something.
Demon rituals for the mattress store?
Would you guess it? If
I
you
would not
want to
guess
have a
that.
secret magical ritual, You would probably want to hide in a place that nobody else would think of.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
But
It'd be
I feel
comfortable.
like in rituals like that, aren't you always trying to kind of get other people to join you? I mean,
right.
yes, it's secretive, but you want people.
That's what's going on in the back.
I mean, that's true. But nobody go. If you go in there to buy a mattress, you
Well,
do
no.
not come
If you
out.
want the magic ritual thing to stay secret, you want as few people involved as possible because, like Dad said, the more people there are, the louder and the stupider they get.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So moving on. Make sure we
take a look at our government for.
Okay, Andrew. All right. Listen, we got to get some other topics in, buddy.
Yes, okay.
All right. All right. So, do you have any other conspiracy theories, Andrew, you wanted to give a shout out to before we move on?
Honestly, I want to mention the Area 51, not for any government reason,
Yes.
because
I have that one on my list. Let
yeah,
me take that.
but also because it's like a side thing. Does anyone remember that Storm Area 51 thing that I'm fairly certain went nowhere?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and people were gonna like go.
Yeah, they decided they
bust in.
didn't want to be shot by the government. I think it's probably why they didn't storm it.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
I just wanna
What do
mention
you
that.
think's in there?
Basically, Area 51, aliens have landed or crashed on the Earth, and our government is hiding them. Is that the summary of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of like it. I kind of think it's fact.
It's a pretty good one. It's one I hope is true. That would be cool.
I agree. I mean, because it's not like you don't know if the base exists. Like people have seen it from the outside. You just don't know what's inside of it.
Right. Yeah, it's a base. Probably what they're probably doing is experimental, technology stuff, but
Experimental aircraft.
whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, Chrissy
right.
said they're selling mattresses.
Oh, she
They're
tripping.
making the mattresses to be sold at the non-existent stores. Okay, so my next one, also from Miss Jenny, not one she believes in, but has a question about the flat Earth theory. I don't understand at all, and why do people believe it?
That is what I want to know. What is this? What you are suggesting that in defiance to all known laws, Earth is actually this flat plane with like walls at the border that nobody has ever seen,
Yeah.
and like you have to basically at this point already be like halfway to the asylum.
Right. So here's what I'm thinking. It's not the asylum, although maybe some people. I think another category of why people believe conspiracy theories are the trolls. There are some people who just do it to be super annoying.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? They're just doing it because it upsets you. And they're like, oh, yeah, I believe that.
I saw a clip one time of this guy who was like, I'm a flat earther because my grandpa was, and he said that if he disappeared for a long period of time, it's because he fell off the face of the earth. So he went on this trip to go find like the end and cut off all contact with his family, and everyone is like, guess he found the end. But like,
Or died.
yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say I don't think he made it.
maybe he's
He
with
was
TV
Stevie
Cooper.
Cooper.
Oh,
He was
mom. Okay, Anna, next.
Okay, so Bigfoot was what
Oh,
I
yeah,
had.
Bigfoot. That's what I was just thinking. Nice.
So, what are we thinking about Bigfoot? Do we believe the pictures?
Honestly, that would be like relatively mundane. Like, it's not like there aren't other big apes. So, like, theoretically, that's really all. They would have to be very sneaky, but then again, apes can surprise you.
Well, honestly,
Apes are very surprising.
I think it's
That is
literally
for
just
sure.
like a monkey, and people are like, has a Bigfoot,
like a big tall monkey.
Yeah, like the wall, like all it's done.
Honestly,
is
I'm not
walk.
even sure, like, Bigfoot could be classified as a cryptid, really. Well, not
What about
really.
what about Loch Ness?
Oh, I also have that on my
That's
list.
more difficult to believe. That lake has
I'm
to be, at this
opposite.
point, thoroughly explored, right?
Is it a lake? I thought it was the ocean.
No, it's
a
lake.
loch.
Loch.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is that our water is the most unexplored thing. You don't know what's under. Like,
Well, yeah, but it's a lake. There's nowhere to go.
Well, I think you can get some
That's
pretty deep
stupid.
lakes. Like the Great Lakes are pretty giant. They're like little oceans or little seas anyway.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying our water is like the most unexplored thing. I feel like, according to the sciences. I don't know. And I'm just saying that one doesn't sit right with me. Anything with like the ocean creatures, like I will never
That's
tell
true.
you yes or no because like it just keeps going like down and down. And, like mermaids, I don't think they're like how people believe they are, right? But
Right.
like I've seen like
I'm so excited right now.
no, because like hold on, there are these. I've seen this documentary right about this guy who he recorded these like freakish things they would scream as their like calls to each other, and it sounded like sirens, right? And he worked on like one of those giant boats that go through the crazy oceans, right? And he would see things like that looked almost mermaidish, but not pretty and not girls, but they were like these.
I mean, I think most actually. I think. I'm really talking on my butt here. I don't really know this for sure, but I think that classically mermaid tales they were bad, like they were evil, violent creatures. Andrew, does that sound right?
I don't know anything about old mermaid tales.
No, I think you're right, and like that's one of the things I'm like, but you just don't know. You don't.
But like, are you talking about half human, half fish?
What? Well, in the video, it didn't look half human. They looked a little bit half demented.
Gotcha.
Like,
so some sort of creature.
Yeah, I mean, like they
unexplained creature.
had like a face, if you will, ish. Not really, but like I wouldn't say half human. Definitely not. But it was something. Something was off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll show y'all later.
All right,
Penny.
Andrew, do you have any more you want to share? Last call?
So there's this like for craziest conspiracy theory. There's this YouTube series, I forget the name, and I'm not sure if it's like serious or meant to be trolling, but man, it is so crazy. Like fourth dimensional Martian right brain side, like Martian right-brained Martian warlike Martians invaded Atlantis and tainted it, and Thoth was for some reason the thing there. And like
Trolls.
the Jews were space people, and like I think
the
some
Jews and the
hive mind
space
was in there
lasers
too.
actually is a pretty popular one.
And like it's just so crazy because like it doesn't even like it sort of starts and then it just goes. And also there was this part I remember where in the Phoenix there was this bright door that people found, and the first instinct to like when confronted with this door that was shining was to shoot it.
That's so interesting. All right, so
And
you've gotten
it's the
some
most believable
far-out
way
things.
for me. And it's the most believable part for me is that, yes, we would absolutely shoot it.
Well, that's true. We are a
Interesting.
violent people. Now, okay.
So
I
shout
feel
out
like
to whatever that was, for being so out there that I
got his
somehow remember.
attention.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I think we've covered most major conspiracy theories.
Do I
There's
get-
like things like Amelia Earhart. Oh, do you have one more?
I have one more, just my last one. Well, I was gonna do Amelia Earhart, but her plane just got found actually this year in January.
Oh,
Someone, I don't really know what happened, but I wasn't allowed to do it for school because it got solved.
Was on that island?
No, she never made it to that island. People were capping about that. Like her plane crashed in the ocean, like everyone thought it did. Like
Yeah. Okay.
that was pretty common sense, I feel like. But my last thing was the Bermuda Triangle. About this triangle in the ocean where ships disappear and planes, like what's that plane that just disappeared like while transitioning between like it was going over like country lines, so that you have to switch like stations, and the other station never got them because in the Bermuda Triangle they literally just disappeared and never found the plane, never found nothing.
My theory is some sort of electromagnetic electromagnetic interference.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen Lost, it pretty much describes everything.
Well, no, I've
So-
been more conventional. Like, it's really easy, surprisingly easy, once you begin screwing with like instruments to get people like planes down and boats to get lost.
Yeah, yeah. Just think things get crashed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. There is one more. We will save it for another episode.
What?
It's Anna and her Helen Keller theories.
I can't start right now because I will not be able to finish. But
Okay, so just know that we have the biggest of conspiracy theories coming up. You may not even know it's a conspiracy theory.
But it is.
Oh,
People
but
also
it
actually
is.
think it wasn't the Titanic that sunk, that it was like the other one made by that company.
Olympic?
Yeah, the Olympic.
What?
Yeah, people don't think that it was the Titanic that sunk.
Doesn't it say Titanic on the boat when you go down there?
Apparently, like,
People
what
are
was this?
dead
18th century
convinced it's the
painters were
Olympic.
crazy fast.
It's because they use lead in their paint. Well, okay, Andrew, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
It was a
Yes,
pleasure
thanks.
being on the podcast.
All right. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
hates.
Awesome. So we'll have more Andrew in the future. We'll have to figure out what fun topic we'll.
You aren't rid of. You can't be rid of me.
You know it. I've tried.
That's right.
Kidding.
That's right.
kidding.
All right. Well, hope we'll see everybody next. Do we have I don't think we even have a topic for next week.
Oops. It's a surprise.
That's what I meant. It's a surprise. We still need to hear some topic ideas, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. Like, really give them. Like, don't be shy. Like, stupid, crazy, anything. Give it to me.
Although
please.
sometimes I feel like the more we beg, the less they will respond to us.
I know. Actually, don't give me a thing.
Yeah, we don't need you.
We kind of do need you.
What Andrew said. But
That's right.
whatever.
Andrew's a doll. Thanks, buddy. All right. Peace out, guys.
See ya.
Thank you for listening. Who You Callin' Bruh is a Jam Pastor Jay production. All writing, content, and production is done by Jay and Anna Beerley.
Our opening and closing track is Feel It by Matias Ruiz. You can find more wonderful tracks at worshipstart.com. This podcast is hosted on Substack at jampastorj.substack.com.